Hey, it is Tuesday. Talk about Tuesdays. We're here, IG Live. Welcome, everyone. Get the questions rocking and rolling. I'm on set of Office Hours with David Meltzer. You're going to be seeing the first late night entrepreneur show. You're going to love it. The guests have been extraordinary, and hopefully some of the guests will join me today. The hosts are even better. The questions are ridiculous, and I see one of my incredible guests, incredible $1 million listing man himself, dear friend, one of the sharpest dressers and individuals. Oh, you shaved for me. I love you, buddy.
I did. I had to.
You look 10 years younger. It's amazing.
Right. I know. Yeah, that beard, it grows in so gray, and it's just like, what am I gonna do?
Oh man. So we filmed episode 1 of Office Hours yesterday, and
Yeah, it was fun.
You were on it. I just have to tell you, every time I talk to you, I get to be with you. You bring it, man. I think I'm good at certain things, but as a hot seat coach, a person who can answer questions that are substantive and emotionally charging, boy, I can tell you, you made the show. You are an incredible guest. If any of you real show hosts like Oprah or Ellen, if you want the best guest, Ryan Serhant's your guy.
Yeah, Oprah. I appreciate that, man. It was fun. You're always great to hang out with and talk to, man. So I think it's super cool. Congrats on the new show. I think it's huge. I think it's gonna be great. You got a cool set back there. You're like a full-on set. It's like, dude, it's the real deal. I was like, I didn't realize I was doing Jimmy Fallon, and then it was you.
That's what everybody says. They get on there, like, they kind of get big. Jim Quick was the first guest, and he's like, Dave, he goes, that's a real studio. I thought this was just like jumping on set. Well, for you, is there any difference, when you're answering questions in an interview comparatively to, when you're answering a question from one of your agents or one of your clients? Is there, because, it's still impromptu. You never know what they're going to say. They have the background and they're asking to be educated according to what their emotional values are. Did you see any difference, or do you think you're really just drawing on what you do every day, but you're just doing it on set?
I just try to always be authentic. I try never to turn anything on. I always want to answer questions to the best of my ability as I would authentically, whether you're asking it, my mom's asking, a client, an agent in our course. That's really, really important to me. And it's meant a lot to me over the years when people meet me and they're like, hey, you're like the same guy that I read in the book and that I watch on TV and that I see on YouTube. It's so weird because I met this other guy and he's totally different than he is here, than he is there. Like, well, that sounds weird to me.
Yeah. The other weird thing is that people really get to know you through media. So, I was walking my dog with my wife and my other business partner, Mike Monroe,
nice to see you again.
And scared the crap out of us. He turns around, jumps out of the car, and he's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, do I even know you?
Yeah.
He's like, I've been watching your videos, it changed my life, and it's incredible. I got Jason wanting to join us too. Hold on one second. Remember Jason Waller? He wants to join the Mr. Bam. I think you're going on his podcast next Thursday, the Underdog podcast. In what respect do you see yourself as an underdog?
Hey, guys.
Hey, there he is. Speaking of underdogs.
I've never actually, honestly, I just want to make a confession. This is my first threesome. I've never done this before.
Hey, I've done it a few times, Ryan. You're in good hands. You're in good hands,
my kids watch this show. I'm not commenting.
I've never done this before, so hopefully I'm doing the right thing and taking care of both of you. Oh, God.
There's a first for everything. Ryan, the best salesperson ever. That's what he said. Like, I love that. That's my dude right there. I love people who love to sell and change things.
Yeah, but you sell with quantitative value, meaning that he really gives good advice. I almost, I have the prop there. I had paper and a pen, and I actually caught myself taking notes.
There you go.
So I'm guilty as charged. Yes, I was doing the same thing. Mental notes, like, wow, that's really good.
You notice
you guys are great.
Look how much younger he looks that he shaved. He looks good.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah,
Haitian beard can
he
only
had the
last
grease.
1 weekend.
You had the grease beard, right? The Greek beard going on with the little white down there.
Yeah, man, I was ready to
Like,
go. I had like calamari left over in there. I was saving it, so had to shave it.
hey,
Had to
Ryan,
shave
what's the most common question people are asking for your residential real estate practice in Manhattan? What's like the number one thing you're hearing again and again that people are asking?
Like clients or just
Yeah,
anyone?
clients. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, is now a good time to buy? Everybody always wants to time the market, you know, whether it's now or 10 years ago. Is now a good time to buy? Should we buy now? Should we wait? Is the market going to tank? And people still ask that, you know, and now it's hey, did we miss the deals? Did we miss COVID? I should have bought last year. I'm like, yeah, you should have. I told you to. And you're the one who said, no, New York is burning forever. And clearly it's not. So now you got to pay a little bit more. But that's the most common question I get all the time, right? Is now a good time to buy? And also, where should I buy? New York is big, it's vast, all the neighborhoods, all the blocks, everything is so different. Where should I go? Right? People have options.
And
so Ryan, should I buy
Right.
now or what?
Yes. The answer is always buy now.
Right.
Buy now. Buy now.
And where should we buy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
always
go.
buy now. Yeah, buy now and buy next to me. Come to Soho. Come to my new office, right? We're here on the corner of West Broadway and Broome. We'll go to Cipriani. You know, we'll have some breadsticks. It'll be great.
Yeah, you know what's funny is all the best investment properties that I bought, people laughed at me at the time and said, "Oh, you're an idiot." And I always say, "Who's laughing now?" How do we get people to look at their own timing and risk tolerance, though? Because as you know, it doesn't matter when you buy, it's when you sell or how you're going to utilize the property itself as far as income, et cetera. And I think people are lazy or uneducated that you can't invest in anything, including yourself, unless you predetermine your timing and risk tolerance. I know in maybe an unintentional way, you really dig in deep to be more interested in what the people's emotional timing and risk tolerance economically, what that is for them. How do you extract that from someone that has no idea what it is?
Well, listen, you know, in the United States, if you have a down payment, then you should purchase and always not rent, right? It depends on what you want to do with your life, but it never really makes sense to rent because all you're doing is paying someone else's mortgage instead of paying your own. So you might as well pay your own mortgage and roll the dice on building equity, you know, like we do every day on any investment you make. And then what we also do is not try to really separate the emotion out of it if we can, and really just look at data. Like if you want to buy in this location, let's look at data over the last 10 years. Let's look where prices have gone. And most often prices have gone up, right? And hopefully we've outpaced inflation. We'll see how that goes over the next couple of years. And in that case, like your investment is a relatively safe one, and it's a hedge against future inflation. And it's something that you're actually going to use. Like if you want to live in any market that we sell in, you're going to have to spend money to live there anyway. So you're going to pay someone else's mortgage. You're going to pay your own. What do you want to do?
Hey, I got another New York Jew for you.
Ryan,
Wow, a fivesome. I don't even know what is
A
this.
fivesome.
A pentuple? A pentuple?
Look at this.
yes, fivesome.
Am I the only one that's not Jewish?
No,
No, I'm not Jewish.
Okay, well, then it's okay. So just check it.
Yeah, you got the two Jew crew here. You knew he was Jewish because he's shorter than me.
Nice to meet you, Ryan. Big fan of you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, like
You guys got to get together.
We're
He has
both in
another great
Manhattan.
podcast. I'll get you booked up in Manhattan. He wants to buy a property in Soho, right?
That's right. Let's do it.
He's rich. He quit Wall Street to be a podcaster.
There it is. You could buy in this building right behind me. This is a good one.
Yeah, I'm all in. We got
Nice to
do it.
meet you.
All right, we know you're extremely active. We love to monetize your time. What's the last piece of advice or any commentary from hanging out with Jason and I especially?
Listen, I would just tell everybody who's watching right now that your show is awesome and they should check it out when it comes out. And I've learned the most from listening to other people who've been around the block more than me. It's the best schooling you're ever going to get. And so in the days that we're in now, in the 2020s, when you know not everyone is thinking about higher education, listening to people like you is the new form of higher education. So hats off to you guys.
And hats off to you, my friend. I can't wait to see you in Manhattan. I'm still looking for that property. I'm going to move in next door. I got to find the place. So thanks.
Hey,
All right.
I
Good luck,
would
guys.
sell. You don't want him to live next door, and I look forward to seeing you on the show soon.
All right. See you guys. Good luck.
Bye, guys.
Take care,
All
man.
right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Have a great week. Take
Bye-bye.
care. All right. The incredible Jason Waller. And, of course, Ryan Serhant. Jason, you're needed on set.
I know. I'm trying to finish my food, so I'm going to take one more bite,
Hey,
change,
you're not
and go out to
missing
the
any
set.
meals. You and I aren't missing any meals. You see how handsome that skinny boy looks? Yeah, that's all right. We're bringing it right there.
There it is. So you eat
All
and
right.
lift, and we're okay.
You got it. It's 111. That's my lucky number. Join us tomorrow. Of course, every day, IG Live. We're here to be of service and of value. Ryan Serhant, Jason Waller, and me, Dave Meltzer. Thank you. Remember, most importantly, everyone, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Bam.
Bam.